Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. Again, we're all over social media. Check us out, StephenKnightShow.com. All right, so last week, Madonna called out 50 Cent after he joked about one of her photos. That caused him to issue an apology, but Madonna says she ain't done it yet. She replied to his fake apology and told him what was on her mind. Now, in a video on her posted to her account on Friday, the pop icon said, "You were trying to shame me. You were trying to humiliate me. Your apology is fake, it's bullshit, and it's not valid. Let me just hit those 4 or 5 points about your apology being invalid." She continued, "Number one, it's not hard to find footage of you and me hanging out." She proceeded to play a throwback clip from BET of them hanging out on set. Number two, an apology is not valid if you don't know what you're apologizing for, she added. What you should be apologizing for is your misogynist, sexist, ageist behavior and remarks. Number three, you didn't hurt my feelings because I don't take it personally. I could never take it personally because you're not coming from an enlightened place. Madonna proceeded to explain to 50 Cent the reasons why he was benefiting from posting about her in the first place. She said, "You're trying to put a limit on when women should be able to feel good about themselves." Ultimately, she said that she did forgive him and she hopes that one day he could see a different point of view. She wished him well. To refresh your memory on how this all started, Madonna had posted a picture on her page where she was face down, derriere in the air, and 50 shared the photo and said, "Yo, this is the funniest shit." And that's Madonna under the bed trying to do it like a virgin at 63. She initially clapped back with an edit throwback picture image of them and said, "Here's 50 Cent pretending to be my friend. Now you have decided to talk smack about me. I guess your career is getting attention for trying to humiliate others on social media. The least elevated choice you could make as an artist and an adult." Now, this isn't the first time 50 Cent has been called out for his jokes. Back in October, Lil' Kim called out 50 Cent after he compared her to a leprechaun. Chike, did Madonna handle this correctly?
I'm sorry. Well, Madonna did what is known as a read. She read him pretty much. And she's not wrong. She's not wrong. Although Madonna really does push the envelope with Instagram a lot.
Yes.
And to the point where they deleted one of her pictures.
Yeah.
And I remember she reposted it and she explained. But yeah, she does push the envelope. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. He did not need to do that. With him having a name and the way that things are in the world right now, that was a bad choice. I could understand you having your opinion and how you feel. You can talk amongst your friends, but don't put that out in the world. That's not cool.
Yeah. Lynia.
Madonna. Period. Chike and I go back and forth when we're constantly barraging each other with sharing stuff on Instagram. So that was one of the things. And Madonna has been pushing the envelope since she was born. Period.
Day one.
Like from day one, she hasn't changed who or what their persona or who she is in all of these years. Now, keep that right there. Keep that thought right there. The people that ain't Madonna, you know how much garbage I see on my feed that Instagram ain't took down?
Right.
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not even following this nonsense. But it's on my feed or it's in my explore page, except for the stuff that I do click on. But that's not what we're talking about. But what I'm saying is, there's this thing, it's subjective taste or, subjective posting or scrolling or whatever. I saw the pictures. Let me be like that at that. She snatched to the guard.
Yeah, 63.
Snatched and got her young thing. I ain't mad at her. And you know, those are we call them art.
Right.
Let that woman do her art. She just been doing what she been doing for years.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, y'all, everybody else is naked. And I
Yeah.
mean, she looks great.
Yeah, she does look great.
You ain't gonna see me like that, not with these roly polies, but God bless.
Well, thing what 50 said, he messed with the wrong because Madonna's very intelligent. And so even when she broke down, when she was going, like you said, she got red, she broke down and he can't come back. Now, 50 Cent, he's not dumb, but she's very smart. You know, she is very good for words. And so someone needs to manage his Twitter for him because he's always going after somebody. You know what I mean?
She came back with receipts. Let me give y'all these receipts over here. So she took her, she had her people. They was like, you ever seen the Kermit the Frog gift?
Yep.
That's how she had her people. Like Kermit the Frog, real quick.
Yeah.
All right. And this is how I'm going to respond. Thank you for my dossier.
You know how I picture her? I picture her in a room with a whole bunch of people in the room around her on their phones, telling her who said what.
Yep.
Right.
And then she's like, "Oh, I'll respond to that. Don't respond to that. Like that one." Yeah, I picture that.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. And he always pushes the envelope for whatever reason. He always pushes the envelope.
Always trolling somebody. Yeah.
He's the biggest troll. He's like that orange agent, the biggest troll. Like for real. It's hey 50, but I'm still looking for a job if you need an actress though.
Right. Exactly. He's doing this thing now. All right. Well, there's a professor at Fordham University and has been terminated after mixing up the names of two Black students. According to the Observer, Christopher Trogan, that's the professor, he works in the English department. He lost his job because of an email regarding an incident from September 24th. In the email, Trogan reportedly apologized for his actions and blamed it on his confused brain while outing everything he has done for minorities. The offended student assumed my mistake was because I confused the student with another Black student. He said in the email, I have done my best to validate and reassure the offended student that I made a simple mistake, human error. It has nothing to do with race. Now, one of the students alleged that Trogan consistently used the wrong name repeatedly in 4 classes. She said, I felt really disrespected. I did not feel heard because every time he misnamed me, I would tell him and he just seemed to brush it off or like he didn't care. The Observer also reported that Trogan stated in the email that in the English class, it was very centered specifically around explicitly around issues of justice, equality, and inclusion. Trogan was told that he was suspended with pay while the incident was being investigated, but he was termed a few days after the incident. In another email, he said that he wasn't aware he was even under investigation. He said, I was never informed of charges against me, nor of the nature of the investigation of which was its subject. He wrote this in October. He said, I kept completely in the dark. Now, apparently, according to the student said it wasn't really, they weren't really mad that he got their names mixed up. It was more so how he brushed it off. They said we were not actually upset about the mixing of our names. It was more the random things he would throw into the response. So apparently he was trying to justify what he's doing by coming off like he was the great white hope. That's what they were saying. And so for me, I think sometimes some of our white brothers and sisters, they try to be so woke that it's inappropriate. Calm down. Lynia. But do you think he should have been fired?
I don't completely understand the whole story. I don't really understand the whole story, so I'm not sure. If it was as simple as just mixing up names, then no, but obviously it had to be more to it. And maybe it's not just, these 2 particular students, maybe there were other things that didn't even involve them, that sometimes people, they hold their receipts. And then all they need is something to use as that catalyst.
Icing on the cake.
Like,
Yep.
Gotcha. So, maybe it was something else. And I was definitely confusing this with another story I heard about some professor in a class, and he was saying to his students that white people are the superior race. Like he said that in the class. So that's what I thought this was initially. But no, sorry. Mix up stories.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Chike, do you think he should have been fired?
So I don't have enough information.
Yeah.
But because this was an issue, I mean, it based on a few things. So it depends if it was just two students of color.
Yeah.
It was just two. Okay. Depending on if they're in class together and he's just randomly calling one the other one's name, or if they took a series of classes and only these particular two are in his series of classes. So if they're not in the same class together, if they're in other classes and he's just randomly calling that other person the other person because, we all look alike.
Right.
So I can see that being offensive, and I could see me being in that class. No, this is Chike. No, I'm Chike. Calling the other one David. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I told you repeatedly that I'm Chike. You need to know. You need to learn this. You are a professor. I'm paying to go here. Know my name.
And a lot of times when people apologize, all they want to hear is, okay, when people ask for apology, they just want to hear the apology, take ownership, and move on. They were saying it wasn't even that big of a deal for them, but the fact that he was going above and beyond trying to make it clear that he wasn't racist. They didn't need all that. Just get my name right.
After class, I would have walked up to him nicely and told him, from now on, you can call me Mr. Evans.
Right. Exactly.
There's something to be said that you are supposed to correct someone, especially for Black people. You correct people immediately when it comes to your name.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's done intentionally or subconsciously or consciously, you correct at all times. At the end of the day, I mean, they would call me Lynia Twain at work, and I knew it was a joke, but you still know that to call me Lynia.
Right.
You know what I mean? I get it, but you know that it's Lynia because I'm not answering to Lynia Twain.
Right. Exactly.
But it's you make sure, and like Chike said, I'm gonna correct you, but I'm gonna be professional when I correct you. So you know that you're hearing this condescending tone, but I need you to understand I'm serious.
Yeah. I correct people at work all the time because they call me Steve. My name's Steve. I don't go by Steve.
Stefan.
Although when I play basketball, Steve. Oh, okay, whatever. All right. We had two stories, but because of time, we're going to do one more. I have to shout her out. This weekend was full of accomplishments for the hot girl, Megan Thee Stallion. Yesterday, she crossed the stage and became a graduate of the illustrious Texas Southern University in her hometown, Houston, where she received a bachelor's degree in health administration. During the ceremony, Megan was surrounded by her peers, and it was live streamed for her fans, affectionately known as hotties. I'm gonna tell you why I went to tell the story, because I remember when Megan Thee Stallion first came out, I really didn't pay too much attention to her other than, what I would hear. But then I saw an interview she did, and she was saying that she was in school because she said, I don't know where this music is going to go. And she had made a promise to her grandmother who passed away that I'm going to get my degree. And that I think she wants to start a convalescent home, a home for elderly people. And the fact that she saw that through, I thought that was big. So
yeah,
shout out to Megan. Any thoughts, Chike?
No, go girl, go. We just say Black girl magic all the way.
Yeah. But Lynia.
Congratulations to Megan. And I saw somebody make a comment like this would definitely be like the Real Players Club Part 2. Because either well, I know the premise was a stripper going to school, because that's always the thing. I'm in school. I'm just doing this. I go to school, so I can finish and paying for college.
Right.
She really did it.
Yeah.
So
seriously.
Congratulations to her.
Yeah, congratulations. Well, listen, Lynia, happy holidays to you. I hope you have a great break. Chike, I'll see you in movie reviews, and we will be right back after this.